What's going on, guys? It's me, Cam, here. I'm showing you all some gameplay from Marathon's past Server Slam because, the game comes out tomorrow. I wanted to share my thoughts and opinions on the game. Full disclosure, I have already bought the game. I planned on buying it a while ago, and I pre-ordered it, so I'm definitely going to be playing this game because I have a lot of fun with it. Had a great time during the Server Slam, despite the fact that I had to play solo for a very large majority of it. That being said, even though I definitely love this game so far and had a very good time, it didn't come without its critiques. There were definitely some parts of the game that I just did not really care for. Not as much as like what you would see the typical comments that a lot of the same toxic people on social media or any of those places we're talking about. Alright, before we get into this video, guys, I just wanted to let you know that I do primarily all of my streaming over on Twitch. It does come over to YouTube, but most of my stuff is done on Twitch. I'm trying to really build my community over there and push my way to get more viewers and followers in order to grow the community in the Discord. So if you want to help show some love, go over there, just give me a follow, maybe give me a sub. Hang out in the chat, talk to some of the other people that come and watch. Just all around, have a good time, have some fun. So, hope to see you over there. Now, back to the video. Alright guys, I want to start with the negative first, okay? So, one thing that I noticed a lot, especially because I am a controller player, the key binding is really rough. I know it gives you the little warning on the side of the screen. It's like, hey, binding multiple buttons together can give you some undesired effects. Whatever it says something along those lines, right? But like, I don't know how a normal console player is expected to really do all that, because like I play with back paddles and even I was having trouble. There's so many different actions in the game. Maybe that's an extraction shooter thing. Like there's the ping wheel of like friendly, don't shoot, arc raider style, like that kind of stuff. The wheel for using your consumables, like your shield charge, your health packs. Like there's a lot of different ways to do it, and like I had to really mess with the keybinds. I got a little convoluted. I got something that worked for me, and that's good, but like if someone doesn't have the back paddles, I don't know how they are expected to really do all that. I don't know if that's necessarily a Bungie problem. I mean, games are getting more advanced, so like it is what it is. That was like my main thing, which I mean, I don't think I've heard anyone else say that one, if I'm being honest. So it is what it is. I just found it a little annoying that I had to like really change my keybinds for all that. The second thing I want to talk about here is the lack of power that we had for the Server Slam. So throughout all the marketing we've had so far when it comes to Marathon, they've really highlighted, like in the trailers, in the gameplay footage from like all the different creators that got invited, or even their dev team, or even even when Peanut did his run after the PlayStation announcement, event, they all had like purple shields and fucking purple guns, and they all had all these really good shit. And then when we got to the Server Slam, it was just like a showcase of the power grind, which is okay because like for someone like me who doesn't really mind that and kind of enjoys it, it makes the gameplay easier when you go into it for the real deal coming down the road. But like a lot of players, that rubbed them the wrong way, and they're like, fuck, I suck, and then got shit on by players that like knew what to do, and it just turned them off from the game. I feel like maybe capping the factions off wasn't the best move. I understand why they did it, because like they want you to buy the game. Like, oh, you want to see more? Like, buy the game. Like, I get that strategy, but I think putting us at because extraction shooters, it's rags to riches, right? Like putting us all the way down in the rags, I don't know if that was the right move, if I'm being honest. Like I feel like that probably could have gotten more people to buy the game. More people would have bought the game if like they got to play out the power fantasy a little bit, and plenty of people did, especially if they were running 3 deep the entire weekend. I'm just saying, I feel like that was a missed opportunity. Last thing I want to talk about, the toxicity that's just online of like just shitting on Marathon from people that I saw one dude say. There was one account, it was our creator's account, that was like, I watched all this and these are my conclusions about Marathon. I'm like, so you watched, you didn't play. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. Like, you need to shut the fuck up and not talk. Like, shut the fuck up, please. I saw another dude say, like, I did 2 extractions, including the intro mission. So he did 1 extraction without any people in it. And then he did another extraction that, like, he probably got shit on. And I'm like, you summed it up there. Like, do you have TikTok brain? Like, how is that possible that is how you're going to sum up the game from just those 2 extractions? I don't know. A lot of people were being toxic about it online. A lot of people, but on the positive, a lot of people rebounded and were like, yo, you guys are fucking clowns. People were using their brains, it seemed, which is really, really good. You know, there's always the grifting kind of people on fucking Twitter or other social media that just, like, say buffoonery just to say buffoonery and get clicks. But a lot of people just ignored them or put them in their place, which is really, really good, because that kind of stuff, like the just spreading of false information and spreading of just being toxic and game hating to game hate is absolutely crazy, and the reason why games suck now. So definitely like that happened. Now let's move on to the positives part. Why you should buy this game, why I bought this game, why I like this game. I'm just gonna say it. The game is fucking beautiful, guys. I know that everyone will say, oh, Roblox, oh, all those colors, oh, those colors are woke. All those fucking freaks that say that shit. The game is pretty, man. If you cannot look at this game objectively and see that it is artistic as fuck, like, this is a very good, cool, niche art style, like, it's new, it's fresh. If you look at this and think that it looks like shit, I just assume that you think salt is fucking spicy. That you have the worst taste ever. That you think, like, bland ass taco seasoning is too much. Like you just have terrible taste, and it's okay to have terrible taste. But don't go slinging other shit around, being like, oh, the game shouldn't be, it's unplayable because of this. Like, no, you just don't know what you're talking about. And I know art is objective, subjective, whatever it is. Like, you can like something can speak to you. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry if you think that this game doesn't look fan-fucking-tastic, you're smoking fucking crystal meth. And honestly, no, honestly, you might want to, because it might make you feel better. Because, like, you're just depressed in life if you think this looks bad. Like, there's something wrong with you if you think this just isn't artistic. Even if you don't like all the colors, like, just looking at it and be like, wow, this is actually kind of cool. Like, it's something new and fresh. So, is what it is. Second thing I got that I actually, it's not necessarily positive, it's kind of like a net. There was so many complaints about the UI, and, like, dude, I just don't get it. It is so easy to use. I legitimately think it is a skill issue. Like, everything is so organized. You got the factions where you can see what your quests are. You can see what upgrades they have. They're vendors as well, so you can see what kind of deals they got for the day. And if you look, it even has a timer up there that refreshes the deals. You can see what they got. You can see what your loadout is. You can see, like, what your character and what your character stats, your loadout stats look like on one page. And then if you click on your vault, your loadout stays there, and then your vault's on the right. And on the right, and you can filter on the column how to go through the vault on which attachments you want, what gun, what you're looking for. And also, people were complaining about putting mods on their gun. They don't even know that if you can click on the gun and inspect the gun, you can just make a new you can see all the different attachments that go on that specific gun, so you don't gotta go digging through the vault. And then you have the factions on the right, the vendors, and then you can look at all the deals and buy shit from there. Like, I don't understand the UI. Like, the font slop has been thrown around. I'm just like, you guys are making up shit now. Like, we're just crying to cry. There's no reason that you can't just navigate this menu. It's really simple. Maybe the codex is a little confusing because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I know it's not the focus of an extraction shooter, but like I went into the codex, so I'm like, I wonder if I can find like, you know, how many times of exfil, my KD ratio, that kind of stuff. And like, I wish that was kind of added there, but it's not the end of the world, so I don't really care. Another topic I want to bring up. This is the main one, right? The game gets better as you play. That got thrown around a lot toward the end of the server slam. And it is very true. I personally noticed that for myself during the alpha. For the alpha, I sucked for a while, and then I got a lot better. And also during this, I noticed the more I played, the more things I did, especially with threes. Threes, it's easy. Solo was a little hard. Solo was a lot like more time consuming of I have to do this and play sneaky on assassin and be invis in order to get shit done that I need to get done, right? So it definitely gets better the more you play it. No one wants to hear that. Everyone wants to be powerful right out the gate. That's not the case in this extraction shooter. You have to be able to make smart choices. You have to be able to go in and decide, hey man, is it really worth me going out of cover to loot this guy right now? Or should I wait a little bit to try to see for maybe get another pick and then be able to loot? You know, you gotta actually think. And I think a lot of people just want to be brain dead and shoot. Oh, this thing's shooting me, I want to shoot back. Instead of actually thinking about making choices and doing things that will set you up in the long run instead of immediate gratification, you know? Another thing I want to point out, this game has a very steep learning curve, and that's a good thing. That's really, really good. A lot of games are so brain dead where you don't have to think about these kinds of things. So having something where it actually takes, like, I think thinking becomes a skill. I mean, it always is, you know, like real life, no shit. But like, you have to make smart choices. There's also things like that I know a lot of people didn't pick up on. A couple people did. Like, I picked up on it around like Friday or Saturday, like learning where the spawns are to force PvP. Like, if you're gonna spawn on one side of hauler, there's probably another dude on the other side of hauler, so you can either choose, hey, do I want to go fight this dude in hauler and notice that there's UESC bots like all around? Like, do I want to go do this right now, or do I want to get my ass down to fucking overflow and possibly get another dude down there that's fighting UESC, but you can actually like third party him because he'll be fighting them before you get there. Meanwhile, what the hauler dude, you're going to meet him in the middle at the same time that the UESC. You're both going to be fighting UESC. Then it's just like, all right, who's going to have more ammo? Who's going to have more shields? It's a different type of fight. And you can kind of go around the map like that, like looking for fights. There's a lot of things, like there's ways to move around that map in order to get where you need to go, get the shit you need to get, and then get better loot. And then it's a learning curve. Like, trust me, like I'm found out at the end of the server slam because, you know, it was a wipe, and I sold my vault because I got a good schema for the triple tap pulse rifle, which was really, really good once I bought it and threw some attachments on it. That being said, when I went to clean my vault out in order to pay for stuff, I had so many lockbox keys because I did not know that the lockbox keys opened up the chests in the rooms that had the red smoke flying up. I had no idea that that is what they opened in there. So that's a learning experience for me. I had no idea. I went into so many of these raids with free kits on where I could have gone in, even not with my best shit, but had the lockbox key and extracted with good shit. So I had like 20 of them, and I just had no idea. I thought those lockbox keys opened some random chest on the map that's like a random spawn in. I'm like, I'm not playing needle in a haystack. Like, I'm just gonna pocket these, or like sometimes I'd extract with them. I had no idea that that's what they were for, and I didn't use it, but it's a learning curve. There's things to learn in this game. There's always something new to learn, and not to mention, like, we got these maps. I barely got to play on Dire Marsh. which was like the main PvP map for threes, did a lot of perimeter, and we haven't even gotten to Outpost. And I know I've been on Outpost. I know Outpost is the main PvP map, and I know it is a fun map to play. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then, judging by what they have said about the roadmap, it sounds like to get into Cryo Archive, it's going to be kind of like a community event, which sounds really, really cool. Kind of sounds Vault of Glass in D1-esque, where it's like, oh, we might accidentally stumble into it. Especially, I think that even more after watching the cinematic trailer today. And if you haven't done that, I highly suggest you go do it, because it was a banger trailer. But yeah, there's a lot of good that's coming with this game. People that screamed the DOA, I don't think they know what DOA really means. It'll be very telling how the replayability of this game goes once we get at the end of Season 1 after the first wipe. I personally am excited for it, because just by how I played the wipe of selling my shit and then playing with some god guns, and I know some other people were doing the same because I was picking them up off of people, like, they could be very, very fun. So we'll see what happens when we get there, but I do think it'll be very, very fun. I mean, that's really all I really got, guys. I think it's a good game. I think Bungie really did deliver on this, despite all the setbacks they had. Many self-inflicted, but they did a good job. And I mean, let's just not even forget the #1 highlight. The factions are cool as shit, especially our Lord and Savior, Charter from Arachne. I mean, just look at this guy, right? Hold on, he'll show up in like 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Just look at this guy, dude. He's dripped the fuck out. This dude is just out here ready to kill all the shells. Like, can't do that in Arc Raiders now, can ya? Stop, don't shoot. Stop, don't shoot. Honestly, with Arachne, you might not shoot. There might be a lot of stabbing. We got Charter, dude. This dude's a goat. This dude's a goat. We got a whole death cult. Anyway, all jokes aside, that's all I got, guys. Just, if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. Here's my Discord plug. Have a good day. Thanks for watching the video, guys. If you like my content, please like and subscribe, and press that bell next to subscribe to get notifications. Also, if you want to hear more from me, or even interact with me and my friends, or anyone who is interested in just PvP in general, feel free to join my Discord. The link is in the description below. Just join the community, see what you like. You can find other people that like PvP as well. You can have people to play with. It's a great way to make friends and expand yourself into other games and just enjoy. So feel free to join. Description below. Hope to see you guys out there, and GG's, fellas. Till the next one.